get the notes, gotta get the notes.
And I'm up in the air, said baby, hell yeah. Honey, I can see your house from here if the plane goes.
Hey guys, it's Lissette here. Welcome back to How To in Style. Today's video, we are going to be talking about how to budget so that way you can go on a vacation. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. But before we get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up button. And I thought my camera was about to fall. Did y'all hear that? Give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe to this new channel. We're gonna be talking about how to do things in style as a young adult on this channel. I was recently in Florida in May. I've been to Houston and Austin in June. In August, I'm going to be going to New York. So people have asked, girl, how are you making money to be able to go on all of these trips? Like, what job do you work? And the only job I have is I'm a little waitress, and I'm not even a full-time waitress. I only work part-time. So these are the tips on how you can make sure that you can go on vacation, even if you don't have that much money. So let's hop right into it. So the first thing is to use Groupon. Use Groupon while on your trip. I have found so many amazing things that you can do. I was looking up things to do in New York. I found Groupon tickets for Kevin Hart's new comedy show. You can get 2 tickets for $98, and they were in the first row. Because of course he wants to sell out. I've also seen how you can go eat at the amazing, like, different cuisine places, and they'll give you half off your meal. Like, there are so many things that you can find on Groupon. I found this beautiful spa center. Like, if y'all keep up with my Instagram, you're gonna see so many amazing pictures, and you're gonna be like, how is she able to do all that? I'm Grouponing everything. I saw this amazing spa. I'll try to insert some pictures. And I found a Groupon where I can go inside of the spa for a discounted price. So there are so many things that you can do in a new city if you just use Groupon. The second thing is to buy things separately. As long as you have a date in your mind and determination in your heart, then it's okay for you to start buying things separately. And by that, I mean, the first thing that I bought were my plane tickets, because I knew I was going to freaking go. So I bought my plane tickets for me to go to New York. I'm going to New York in August. I bought my plane tickets in June, so last month, and I got my plane tickets round trip. So from San Antonio to New York and New York back to San Antonio for only what's the exact? I think it's like $165. It was like $150, and then they charge you fees. So it's $165. Sometimes just to get a plane ticket to one place is like $300 and something. So I can list the airline that I use down below if you guys want to. So the first thing I bought were my plane tickets. The second thing I bought was my stay. And this is actually tip number 3, so this is kind of gonna go into each other. I don't use hotels anymore. I think the last time I was in a hotel was when I used to travel with my family when I was still in middle or high school. Now that I make my own money and I am in charge of my own finances, I use Airbnb, and I love it so much. I know some people think, like, you know, if you're not used to it, I understand if you have some type of qualms with it, but Airbnb is amazing. I got a New York studio flat because I'm only gonna, like, it's just myself. So I got a studio, queen size bed, TV, Wi-Fi, kitchen. I'm going to be able, like, if I decided to rent a car, I actually have a place to park. I don't have to pay for parking. All of that for my week stay, I'm only paying $440. Whereas for a hotel, for one night, it could be $120. Do you see what I mean? So for 7 nights, I'm gonna stay in a place for only $440. That's really good. And that was the second thing that I bought. Third thing to do is pick up an extra job. Find a way to make some type of extra income before you go, and don't touch that money at all. If you were able to survive without that extra job, then you can survive while making that money and not touching it at all. So whether that's becoming a nanny, walking your neighbor's dog, picking up a waitressing job for like a month, I don't know, doing Uber, Postmates, Amazon, any of those things, I actually have a video that I will link right here, and it is actually talking about different ways that you can make money as a broke teenager. Any of those tips that I provided in that video will work for here. Me personally, just to put like a personal story, I'm personally a waitress at a night like club, like a bar. So obviously people drink, and obviously there's older men there, and they do like pretty girls. And if you don't like using your looks, I totally understand that. Like, for most of my life, I used my brains. I graduated high school and started going to a private university at the age of 16. So yes, I do have brains, but sometimes you can use looks as well. So while I'm, you know, in the bar, people are like, oh my gosh, why do you work here? You don't look like you should work here. And I tell them my story, like, oh, well, actually, I'm working here so that I can save up to go to New York. And I kid you not, one time I told someone that, and all they ordered was a beer. Their beer was $3, and they tipped me $40, and they said, I want this to go towards your New York trip. So there are people out that like that. Ooh. There are people that are out in the world who are like that. So sometimes if you just share your story with a family member or even with a stranger, someone is definitely gonna bless your life. The fifth thing that you can do is sell stuff that you are not using. I have been doing this as well. I just went to Plato's Closet and sold some clothes, and I made $80 from there. I had 2 old iPhones, like an iPhone, 2 old, oh my God, iPhone 6s that I'm not using anymore, and I sold both of those for hundreds of dollars. And you can sell on places like 5 Mile, OfferUp, and even the Facebook Marketplace. Not sponsored with any of these. These are just all the things I use. And pro tip, list all of your items on all of the different platforms. Like, list, if you're selling a watch, list it on 5 Miles, OfferUp, Facebook, every single thing you can, Craigslist, all of that, because you never know what audience uses which app, you know? 6, just stop eating out for 1 month. Just 1 month. Just don't eat out. Don't eat out for just 1 month, and you're gonna save hundreds, honey. Like, I work, like I said, I'm a waitress, so, you know, whenever I'm at work, I just drink there, like water, and I eat there for free, and then I come home and, you know, maybe I'll have another meal or something. But you just find a way to not eat out as much. You don't have to spend $30 every Friday going to Chili's with your friends. Oh yeah, I wrote on my little list, don't eat out for a month, and then you can have 5-star meals on your vacation. The 7th tip is do not shop beforehand. Like, the people in New York have never seen your swimsuit. You don't need to buy a new one. They've never seen your Vans, your favorite Vans. You don't need to buy new Vans. You don't need to buy any new type of clothing. I know that could be fun, but you just spent $300 on a new wardrobe when you could have spent $300 on an actual experience. Like I just said, $300 alone bought me my plane ticket, less than that. So think about where you're using your money and see if you could just like move some things around. And the 8th and final tip is to sign up for this company thing called Digit. Totally not sponsored at all, but I actually use it myself. It's in my phone. So what it does is you tell it how much you want to save, and they find little ways to just take money out of your account and put it in a savings account. Those are all 8 tips on how you can budget to make sure that you can go on lavish vacations. You're gonna have all your friends like, girl, how are you just in Vegas? And you can tell them to watch this video, and they can learn how to do it too. So if you like this video and you're still watching, make sure you give it a big old thumbs up, smash the thumbs up button, and make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so the channel can grow. Again, I'm Lissette, and this is How To in Style.
Drain the veins in my head, clean out the reds in my eyes to get by security lines. Dear X-ray